business events visitors to New Zealand are worth almost 3 times more than a leisure visitor, so they're very good value for the New Zealand tourism economy. We also have a range of infrastructure investments occurring in New Zealand. We will have an international convention centre being built in Auckland, and in Christchurch and Queenstown, those regions are currently developing their plans to build their new convention centres also. So there's a real step change in terms of New Zealand's infrastructure that can deliver to this sector. But we're also conscious that with that infrastructure being developed, we need to start this work now. It's really crucial. We all know that this sector has long lead times, particularly for those larger convention groups that can be 3, 4, 5, 10 years out in terms of choosing their next destination. And before this, we were generating some good results. We were getting some very good incentive business. We are getting international conferences to New Zealand, but we think there's a lot more opportunity for Tourism New Zealand in this space. So the funding implication is that we have been given an additional $34 million over 4 years to specifically attract the business events sector to New Zealand. So now I'll just take you through exactly what that means for our marketing, Tourism New Zealand's marketing in the business event sector across the globe. So the first thing we're doing is destination marketing. We want to market and position and validate New Zealand as an international and attractive and compelling business events destination. We want to use 100% Pure New Zealand, which is a well-known brand, but it's probably more well-known as a leisure brand. So what we've developed is 100% Pure New Zealand beyond convention, because we think New Zealand's a little bit unique. We deliver our business events in a different way. We have unique landscapes, and we have unique places where locations that business events can happen, and a range of unique experiences that can happen a little bit outside the convention of a normal business event. So this is our new brand campaign that we have been running. It's currently live in Singapore. It's also been running in India, but we have been running it in other markets, North America and China also. We also are getting into business prospecting. We want to generate good prospects, good leads for the New Zealand tourism industry. We want to qualify those with the New Zealand industry, and we want to collaboratively convert those for New Zealand. So that's why we're at events like IT and CMA, to find those leads, to prospect, to develop those leads, and then work with our New Zealand industry to convert that to actual business for New Zealand. We also work in bid support. So in July 2011, Tourism New Zealand took over the administration of the Conference Assistance Program. That's a bid fund that Tourism New Zealand now administers that is available for international associations to use to help bring their international conference to New Zealand. So it helps bid for bringing that business to New Zealand. So we help in the development of the business case, the budget, the assessment of, I guess, the validity of that event coming to New Zealand. We also then help with the bid presentation and the bid documents. And you can see some of the bid documents there in the images of the bids that we have worked on and the bids that we have won and converted for New Zealand. And not only are we doing that for the conference market, we're also doing that for the incentive market. So we will work with travel agents if they have a big bid for New Zealand, a large incentive group. We've just secured a very large one out of Malaysia. It's 800 people, and we worked to pull together a great video of New Zealand co-branded with our partners, the travel agent and the corporate and our logo, to really present New Zealand in a very compelling way. We also work in partnership with our New Zealand business event sector to raise the destination profile. I often say when I meet with the travel agents, when you get New Zealand, you get the whole family. We work really collaboratively as an industry, with tourism being the second largest exporter for New Zealand. One of the key successes has been that we work very collaboratively together as a sector. So it's really important that we are close to our industry, and that we break those barriers down and make sure that we are presenting ourselves as one, and we are working together to get the best for New Zealand. We're also trying to focus our efforts on sectors where the government sees New Zealand's growth coming from. So beyond tourism, what are the sectors that the government sees will grow its export earnings to 40%? How do we then attract business events from those particular sectors? So we not only get the business tourism outcome, we also get the business relationship outcome. So when those business people are in New Zealand, we then have the opportunity for their conference or their incentive, we have the opportunity to showcase just how New Zealand can do business with that particular sector. And so this is an example of some of the key sectors that we're very focused on in business events, because we see that the benefit of those business events in New Zealand goes beyond tourism. We have the ability to deliver very well in the marine, aviation, agriculture sector, etc. And so if we can get those business events to New Zealand, particularly conferences, we then have the ability to do business with those sectors and New Zealand. And probably the last area, and a really important one, is that when we work with a piece of business or a lead, and we manage to convert that for New Zealand, and we want to welcome them to New Zealand, it doesn't stop there. We want to make sure that we're supporting that particular conference or business event in post-win marketing. We want that event to be as successful as possible. So we're developing tools and resources that can help that conference organiser really maximise its delegate numbers and also support post-win marketing opportunities as well. So, and potentially for conferences, pre and post-touring opportunities also. So we see a real opportunity there to turn that business trip into a slight add-on with a leisure trip around New Zealand as well, which is very easy to do given the size of our country and given the breadth and depth of tourism experiences we have. So with all this extra activity comes obviously additional resource, which I've talked about from a budget perspective, but also now additional team members. So we now have a team of 7 working in New Zealand, specifically focused on business events. We have an international bid manager, we have bid executives, we have a marketing team, we have an international business events manager. In North America, we had a business events manager, and we're upweighting that team to 2, so that we'll also have an additional person joining the North America team. In China, we've put in a specific business events manager. They will also have a business events executive, so that's going up to 2 staff specifically for business events based in Shanghai. In South Asia, we're very close in the next day or 2 to announce our new person based in Singapore with me, who will be our business events manager for South and Southeast Asia, working with the market development teams I have across the region. And we're also very close to announcing a new person which we're putting into our Sydney office for the Australia market as a business events manager there as well.